right, everybody. Very excited about today's show. Today's show, we are going to be featuring our guest, Aaron Grooves. He is somebody that I found. I'll tell you how I found out about him, but it has to do with our guest last week, Kenji Igis. And I'm just so glad that you're all here today. Please share this around because Aaron is a phenomenon, and I'd love to get this out there. But let me give you an idea of the kind of things that Aaron does right here. Screw that up. Anyway, this is one of the things out there that's got a million hits. Rebecca Anderson. I love Aaron. Yeah, me too. I'm a huge fan. Anyway, this is him playing the Super Mario Brothers theme. And let's get into the show, because you can see we got somebody super talented here. I'm gonna get myself a modem. 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 Okay, this show, Lunch Therapy, is a break from all the crap that's going on in the world. We like to breathe at the top of the show. This is my friend Ralph. He's the bat. Don't mind him. If you like bats, they're like little dogs. So sometimes they get a bad rap. Sometimes people accuse them of things, and they're just happy little furry animals. We love them. We're going to breathe 3 times because that's what we do at the top of the show, and that is the thing that helps to relax all of us while we take a break from the crap. So in through the nose, out through the toes. Hold it. Let it go. Aaron Grooves is in the green room now, and he's ready to go. He's got his keyboard. He's got his microphone. This is going to be fun. Yeah, sometimes they get a bat rap. Exactly. Sometimes they have coronavirus. So yeah, well, humans do too. So there. In through the nose, out through the toes. Hold it. This background today, let it go, is supposed to bring you wealth. Yeah. The sound that it makes, the sparkly, I don't know, glowing goldenness also brings you wealth. You know, this is something that we've been talking about this week on the show that I want to make sure that we are all aligned, because this new year is coming and we don't want it to be like last year. Last Monday, I had a list of all the things that people wished for and got in 2020. They thought they were wishing for a good thing, but didn't turn out so well, did it? So what I've got for us on Friday is I've got Agyat, the Indian guru, who's going to be in India in the middle of the night on our show. He's gracious enough to help us get our minds right, meditate, prepare for the year 2021 so it's not a shit show like this last year was. In through the nose, out through the toes. Hold it. Let it go. Now, without further ado, I'm going to bring the amazing Aaron Grooves on the show. Please. Yay!
Hey,
There
I'm
he
here.
is.
Yes.
So good to see you, Aaron Grooves.
So good to see you, Joe. Thanks for having me. I love your background.
Oh, you do? Thanks. I am a huge fan of yours. I actually found out about you originally from Kenji Igis, because he was teaching me tap dancing. And I said, is there anybody out there that has made a video where I can learn how to do the Shim Sham? because I'm like, I just want to learn how to do just one thing and try and do it well. And I found this incredible video of you doing the Shim Sham, which I will show later. And I was like, who is this guy? Because one of the things that I always talk, when I have a guest on the show, I always talk first. I don't know why, but I'm gonna just bear with me.
No problem.
So I was like, this guy seems so relaxed and so happy, and this just seems to be easy for him. Life just seems to be easy for him. So I like that. I like the feeling that you give off, and I love your vibe. And so I'm so glad to meet you here on the show on Lunch Therapy.
Thanks. I'm so glad for that introduction, and so glad to that feeling of just keeping things cool and having fun.
Yeah.
And trying to enjoy life. I'm glad that comes through in the videos, because that's definitely the main reason why I do what I do.
It really comes through. Would you say that you have a purpose in life? Have you decided what your purpose is in life? I know it's a big question.
I guess I have a few purposes in life. That's a really good question. And I feel like there's different versions of me. And I'm sure probably everyone feels this way. Like there are certain kind of goals you have, but they kind of, uh-oh, did I freeze?
No, you're fine. You're good.
Okay, it just looks a little weird on my thing. But so my main goal, I think the true essence of me, the Aaron-ness, is really just to be in love with music and people. And I love teaching and performing and composing and just spreading joy that way through music and my love of music.
Yeah.
And but then there's the part of me that's really aware and sensitive to kind of systemic issues and things that don't allow people to really be the best versions of themselves. And then trying to decide like how I can help in that arena as well. So there's kind of like, I go back and forth.
When you say, this is a really good topic for lunch therapy here. When you say systemic issues, what do you mean?
I mean, things that are system-based, that a lot of times we may attribute to a specific person or be upset about a specific event, but really they kind of are unavoidable in a sense, because with the system set up in a certain way, certain behaviors are going to pop to the surface, So I'm just trying to find ways to focus on that, or try to raise awareness about it, or try to help make the system work better, or facilitate better humans and better quality of life for everyone.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the very surface statement.
Don't you feel like, it's good. Don't you feel like some of our systems that we've had in this country, at least over the last, 200 years or whatever, a lot of them aren't really appropriate to the time that we're living in now, and that perhaps we need to really take a look at reconfiguring our systems.
I completely agree.
And you said you were a big fan of Bernie Sanders at one time on your show.
Oh, yeah.
So, I can see how you
of all the candidates, Bernie Sanders was the only one willing to address systemic issues. Yeah. But at the same time, there were certain things Bernie Sanders would not talk about, in certain areas that he would not go and he would not challenge. And it actually took me a while to get on board with him.
Really?
Because I first heard of Bernie Sanders in around 2002-ish, because during the build up to the Iraq War, he was making all of these floor speeches about why we shouldn't go to war with Iraq. Yeah. And I was in some kind of debate team, and I had my assignment was like, I don't remember what they call it anymore. But at one point I was supposed to do a news report, a mock news report on the Iraq war buildup. And Bernie Sanders, I ended up stumbling upon him then. Yeah. And then I was like, wow, this guy makes a lot of sense. And I didn't really think much about it back then. But years later, when people were like, Bernie should run for president back in 2015, I was like, whoa, that guy was pretty amazing. And then by this point, I had done a lot of research. I had gone down this 5 to 10 year period of my life where I was just reading about systemic issues and resource-based economies and vertical farming and human behavioral psychology and all this stuff. And also I got into astrophysics and quantum physics and just how the world works and all of this stuff. And just everything was fascinating and everything was new. And I'm constantly trying to figure out new things and understand why this happens and why that happens. And I guess it kind of stemmed from me just wondering, as I got older and reflecting back, how I came to be where I am, kind of why, and the challenges I had as a kid in my family or whatever, like, why did we experience this? Why was it this way? And just asking that question why led me to all these rabbit holes. Some of them seem like they have nothing to do with that question, like quantum physics, but it's it's just a really fascinating journey.
You know what's weird is I recently stumbled across, because I've been looking into like blockchain and some of these things that, technologies that are coming out, and some of them I really don't understand. Like blockchain, I don't understand at all. But I stumbled upon this seminar that was given by these people who are really intelligent AI and blockchain people, and they were talking about decentralized government and using blockchain to help solve problems. I don't understand any of it. I must say I don't understand it, but it's I think there are ways to solve problems, or ways to like get us a little bit farther down the decision road, so that we can make more intelligent decisions, quicker decisions. And some of these things are things that are not even in my consciousness, or just starting to come into my consciousness right now.
Yeah, and I just want to apologize in advance because they're doing construction.
Oh, really? We can't hear it. I can't hear it, at least.
Every once in a while, there's going to be like some crazy hammering or vacuuming or something going on. But
yeah,
I hear what you're saying.
Here, the fact that the progressive ring of our party is being dissed is really something bad. Where are Sanders, Warren, Ilham? Interesting, yeah. It's true. I mean, I think that sometimes, a lot of times people will vilify a certain group of people because they don't like it. It threatens them. Right. And so perhaps that's what's happening with the left wing, like more radical left wing, is like people are saying, oh, they're like anarchists and they're gonna like blow up your house or something.
Right. Yeah.
As if it's like, this show has gone off the rails. I like it. The robots make our decisions.
I'm trying not to say too much, but I will just say one thing, because you just mentioned blockchain and decision making, and that's really fascinating to me too, because now I really do see it as, what is the problem and what's the best solution? Yeah. And a lot of the solutions that we have and the problems that we have, we make decisions in very simple ways. And those decision process can be automated in a lot of very simple ways. I mean, we would never get a room full of Republicans and Democrats in and say, hey guys, all right, what's the best way to design the wings for this airplane? You vote for this and you vote for that. And you step onto the floor and give a speech, and then we'll vote, and then we'll make our airplane that way. Yay.
Yeah, that's kind of the way it's going. Like, people are voting on things. We have people representing us that don't even understand. Like, they're voting on the internet, and they're talking about laws for the internet. Yeah,
we do that with technical things. We're like how to engineer society.
Yeah. It's incredible. It really is incredible. So,
and music, yay!
And then music. So, do you teach as well, like in a formal school, or where do you teach?
I did for the last probably 9 years. I was teaching at kindergarten through 6th grade elementary school as music. Wow! And it's an amazing school, progressive, and I didn't know what progressive education was, but basically, it's kind of the way education was before it became industrialized, where it's very student focused and curiosity based, and you didn't just sit in your desks and learn from textbooks all day. So at the school I was teaching, we actually didn't have textbooks. We didn't do any standardized testing. We didn't do grades like ABC or 1, 2, 3 or anything like that. But it was a really high degree of learning happening all the time, because students are like the scientists themselves. So if they want to know how honeybees work, then they may go to a bee farm or see a beehive, or we'll have a bee specialist come in and they'll write their own questions about bees, and they'll try to seek answers to them. They'll learn how to research. They'll write their own reports. They eventually make their own textbooks about bees. And at the end of this process, you get such deep information, and you remember the process and how you figured it out, and you remember the journey. And as a music teacher, I got to write songs about these things. And we have so many original songs that we've written just about the digestive system, or about
it also helps you remember stuff. You know what I mean? Like, I used to, when I was in college, I used to make songs up about certain things, just to try and remember them. I probably have one that I could do. Augustus, Tiberius, Caligula, Claudius, Nero. That's how I remembered, like, emperors. Like, I remember, like, I would make up these little things just so I could, when I was on the essay test or whatever, but like, who was the guy? Oh yeah, it's that guy.
We should do a part 2 someday in the future, when you share that song with me and I like make some chords and we sing it together.
That'd be great. What is the school? Can you tell us what the school is that you're teaching?
Yeah, I guess I can say it. Yeah, I mean, they have a website and all that stuff.
Yeah.
It's called Children's Community School. It's in Van Nuys.
Oh, cool.
And they ccsteaches.org. ccsteaches.org. I think that's their website. But yeah, I just left the school actually because I was, because I also perform.
Yeah.
So my performance partner at the time, Bronkar, we have this show called Collision of Rhythm. And I think you have a video actually featuring him. So I won't talk too much, but I'll just say that our performance schedule was getting a little bit crazy. And there's a bird in the gym.
There's a bird in the gym. That's another song.
A little crazy. So I finally said, this is a good time. I should just focus on performing now because it's not really fair to me or the students that I can't be there all the time, or that I'm traveling 3 or 4 times a month, or that I don't get to dedicate as much time to really planning out these lessons and that kind of thing. And then as soon as I made that decision, within a month, we were in a pandemic. And since then, like all of our classes have been canceled and all of our tours have been canceled or postponed. And so I'm still doing some teaching. I'm doing some private lessons, some group lessons. I have a few classes on my own. And I'm focusing a lot more on creating. Like I said in a stream the other day, I practiced more piano in the last 6 months than like the last 2 years before that.
You said that. Yeah, you're also live streaming. You just started live streaming. So, definitely check out Aaron Groove's YouTube channel, subscribe there because you got 1 billion subscribers. You got a lot of subscribers. It's great. And
1 billion would be nice. Help me get 1 billion subscribers, everyone.
I think 1 billion would be good. Todd Lee is asking how old you are. Seems old in spirit and soul. I can hear the happiness in his voice. That's what Todd says.
Yes. Well, if you ask any of my students, they will tell you my true age is 97.
I like it. So, okay, I want to ask you a couple. I want to show some of your work, and we should probably do that. And then I have some questions to ask you. First, we're going to look at some capybaras. I don't know if you're aware of capybaras.
Not really.
Oh, yeah. Okay, good. That's good. We're trying to introduce the world more to capybaras. I'm going to get rid of Ralph at the top here because now he's got to go. I don't know how to get rid of Ralph, but there he is. Okay, so these are capybaras. They are the largest rodent in the world. And they, for some reason, they love to hang out in they love to eat pumpkins. They love to hang out in warm baths. And this is them, a friend of mine, David Chan. He allowed us to use his Instagram post here. And aren't they cute?
They're amazing. I feel like they would make a good addition to Minecraft.
They would. Don't they seem like they exist in Minecraft? You're a Minecraft person. I didn't even mention that. I had the Minecraft background before. But I would love to talk to you about Minecraft because I'm so
they look adorable. How big are they? Because
they're like as big as a dog.
What?
Yeah. They're the biggest rodent, so they look as like a
big as a German Shepherd.
Like a dog. Yeah, like a
dog.
dog, not like a tiny dog. Well, speaking of tiny, there's a lot of dogs going on here, but speaking of tiny dogs, my friend Jeff Lohman, he has this dog called Mocha, and this is Mocha, and he did this video of him recently, and he has it on the internet, and it plays the Imperial theme. Dun 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 dun. It's good. So look, he becomes his own Roomba. That's
hilarious.
Isn't that hilarious? I love that. I was like, that's got
some donkey treats out, so as he goes over, he sucks them up. It's like a vacuum sweeper.
Totally. All right, so back to this. Oh, this is what another dog that is saying he's sorry. I guess he did something wrong. And he's apologizing.
Oh, how sweet.
Isn't that sweet? Oh, that's lovely. That is beautiful.
I'll provide apology music.
I love that. Okay, so we're moving on to, I want to get to the, I know, look at him, he's so cute. I love that dog so much.
It's amazing. Just the slow
yeah,
paw.
The way he brings his paw. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry.
I was wrong. Sorry.
I guess he ate her slipper or something like that. All right, moving on because I want to see this. I want to look at some of this stuff that you're doing.
Yes.
Well, this has 11 million views, heading towards 12 million views.
On YouTube.
On YouTube. Yeah.
Way more worldwide.
Really? What other platforms do you post it on?
Well, that's the thing. I haven't posted it on any other platforms.
Really?
But because I had no idea how the world of viral video works and how to protect myself, it's got over 100 million views, but I only can claim 11-something million of them.
Wow.
So it's on Facebook, it's on Twitter, it's on TikTok, it's on Instagram, and I haven't really approved it to be aired, except for one place. There was one place that someone was like, yeah, sure.
Well, I showed some of it here, so.
Yeah, this is fantastic.
Yeah. I like to show like little bits of things because, and then say, hey, go over there and subscribe. Not that,
you're
not
doing
that
it right.
you get the
and we talked about this already.
Yeah, we talked about it. Okay. So,
but yeah, I don't mean to give that impression. Anybody who wants to share my YouTube video, please do.
Okay, I like it. All right, so I'm moving this on because I want to show. Okay, this is the video that I initially saw of you.
Medium fast speed. A 1, a 2, a 1, 2, 3.
This is how I learned the Shim from you.
Actually, doesn't sound too bad.
It's great, and it's so clear, and it's so well done. I love it. This is the Shim Shimmy, which is a
the national anthem of tap dancing.
It is. It's the national anthem of tap dancing.
And I made this video for some music teacher friends of mine. Yeah. I gave at the ORF is just the music pedagogy, but at the ORF convention, I gave a demo where we did some tap dancing in an ORFy way, where we just kind of broke this down in a very simple way to where anybody could pick it up. And a few of the teachers wanted to teach their kids, so I just sent out a few videos at a few different tempos. And this one
could also be shaving a haircut.
Oh, shaving a haircut.
Yep. And this one I made public, so like, more people could use this. Why not?
Yeah, it's great. I love it.
I'm really glad that helped us. Thanks so much.
Help me, that's for sure. Okay, now this is. I don't know who this guy is that you're with, but he's another like super talented dude. Jared. Yeah.
I have to let Jared know we need a shout out.
I love his hair.
I know.
So is this somebody you taught with?
Not allowed to have cooler hair than me.
Yeah, right. Is this somebody that you taught with, or how do you guys know each other?
Yeah, I just met him randomly at a tap dance festival.
Really? And is that where you are when you did this video? Or?
Well, we went to, this is actually the school where I taught teaching at the time.
See, the thing is, I am not even scratching the surface of the talent that you have here. So you play the marimba, you tap dance, you play the piano, you play the ukulele, the bass, all these different instruments. And I'm sure that's just the beginning.
Yeah, I started as a percussionist, but then I quickly discovered I just love music.
Ben McKnights would like to know what your hair regime is.
It probably should be better, but basically, I sleep with some kind of bag or something over my hair so it doesn't dry out.
Yeah.
And I wash it once every week or two, and I try to keep it moisturized.
Wait a minute! Now you guys just jumped in front of yourselves.
Yeah.
I don't know how that happened.
Yeah.
I really don't know how it happened. What are you like? I don't know how you did that, actually. I don't even know.
I have a cloning machine.
I guess so. Aaron is insanely talented. Kamala Lopez says.
Thanks, Kamala Lopez.
You should be the new Mr. Rogers.
I've been thinking about doing something like that. I think that would be a lot of fun.
Wouldn't it be cool? I want to have I consider this a kid's show for adults. And I definitely want to have that.
Makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Yep.
This is you playing the marimba, and you, and you, and you.
Yeah, this video was fun and very difficult.
I bet. Yeah, because to get it all the timing right and everything. At the end of the show, I'm gonna show. I tried to do one of the things that you do, which is
okay. That should be amazing.
Yeah, that should be.
But this piece, karyokinesis. I started this in high school and finished it my first year in college.
You did? So are you different ages in this thing?
We recorded it all at the same day.
I guess you'd have to, because all the background would change and everything.
Yeah, and that's the space where I record most of my YouTube videos for the past year.
And is that at the school?
Kind of our dance/music space at the school.
It's a nice space. Sometimes you need to have that's one thing I miss about tap dance classes is having a whole room. Now I just can tap only on a little square.
In fact, every once in a while, high school or college students reach out to me and ask me, do you have sheet music for this? I have sheet music for this, and I send it to people. Wow. They can learn it. The idea was that I would play this with my high school or college percussion band.
So cool. All right, let's move on to the next thing. Okay, this is the guy I want to ask you about. We'll just take a look at it here. This is Jingle Bells, very seasonal.
This guy is actually insanely talented.
Dashing through the snow in a one-horse open sleigh.
Very cool.
Over the fields we go, laughing all the way. Bells and bobtails ring, making spirits bright. What fun it is to ride and sing a sleighing song too.
1, 2, 3.
Hey, get it, Joe, get it, Joe, get it, Joe, get it, Joe.
Okay, so tell me about that guy. I'm gonna stop this.
Oh, I told him about there. I tell you about him right there.
Oh, you do right here?
Yep. You can actually play that if you want.
Okay, let's do it.
That was my amazing friend Broncar. We have an incredible duo show. We've created many awesome videos so far. To see them, check out our channel.
Oh,
Right there.
nice.
Hopefully
But that
you guys
doesn't
never
tell
s-
me about him. That tells me
Yeah, it
that
does.
his name.
Yeah, I can tell you about him.
All right, let's hear it.
Yeah, so Bronkar, let's see, what's the 10-second version of this? I met him in 2012 or 2013 at a TEDx talk in Hollywood. He was doing bounce juggling and beatboxing and emceeing the show, and I was just blown away because I never heard someone do rhythmic bounce juggling in time with actual rhythms.
Yeah, I never heard that either.
Apparently, he can do it with a metronome. So we
Really?
just connected instantaneously, and we tap danced and beatboxed together. Then we started hanging out, and we eventually formed a show together. And that's kind of how we got started, and we still work together today.
Wow. You guys go on the road, right?
Yeah, we go on the road. Our show is called Collision of Rhythm, and we have collisionofrhythm.com. You can check that out. But I skipped over tons of stuff, but
There's a lot.
yeah,
There's
he
a lot.
lives
You
in
have
Georgia now.
and you have your
Yeah.
own. You have your own show, so definitely check out that. There's going
Our
to be
show
more.
Collision of Rhythm, we really just take all the musical things that we're passionate about and just throw them all together and then
Yeah.
see what comes out. So our show
He
has
plays the saxophone too, right?
he plays saxophone now, and he beatboxes, and he does live looping, and he plays handpan, and we do body percussion. We have concert toms, we have piano, flute. There's tap dancing that I mentioned. That we have, just so
One
much.
of our
random-
guests want to know though, can he walk and chew gum at the same time?
No, but he almost can, and he's closer than I am.
It's tough.
We've been practicing that about 4 hours a day, so we've been slacking. But we'll probably have it done by the end of the
Oh,
pandemic.
good.
So we can
I expect to see that in the show. I
Okay,
wonder
thanks.
also if you can yawn
question.
on camera.
If I can yawn on camera,
Yeah, I think that is one of the most difficult things to do on camera.
oh, should I? I've never tried that.
Try it. If you know. I don't know.
Kinda
We'll ask
works.
the chat room if we believe you're yawning.
I don't know.
That's the thing. I mean, you can fake it. But to do an actual yawn, it's tough.
Yeah, I just did like a 90% yawn. There's
Yeah, I
like the
feel
end
like
of it,
I'm like
where
maybe
goes
even
over
like
there. That last part is
60%.
hard to
That
really
last
get.
part, to sell that last part if you're not doing the thing, which I don't even know what a yawn is. What is a yawn? It's an exchange of some kind of oxygen and I don't, what is a yawn? And I think
what is a
probably
yawn?
that would be the way to really get to the core of doing an on-screen yawn is to figure out what is it?
Hey,
It's
Bill Nye, if you're watching, can you
Please,
teach us what a yawn
somebody
is?
Google that. Kamala says you have to introduce him to Kyle Health. I don't know if you've ever met him, but he is a very
think so.
interesting fellow that I've had on the show. And he also
Oh.
he does what you do, like looping. He does looping, and
Okay.
he's a musician. You guys together would be fantastic. I think we have to have a show, like an actual show where we can showcase these kinds of, like on, I don't know, ABC or something. Ben McKnight says, how many
That would be
threats
amazing.
is Aaron? Like 100. Yeah, right. There's triple
I am
threats.
0.
He's no threat at all. He's. Let's see what Ganell says. He says, it doesn't seem like you should be encouraging your guests and viewers to
That's a
yawn.
great point.
We breathe on the show. Why not yawn, right? Why not?
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. Yawning is a mostly involuntary process of opening the mouth and breathing in deeply, filling the lungs with air. But isn't that breathing as well? Feels like that's breathing. Oh, in addition, different regions of the brain control yawning and breathing. Still low oxygen levels in the paraventricular nucleus of the hypothalamus of the brain can induce yawning. I knew it was some very complicated thing.
Thank you, Kamala. Or Kamala. I don't know if it's Kamala or Kamala.
It's Kamala. Kamala.
Kamala.
You don't need the networks, Joel. Make the show you want to see. Right, that's what we're doing right now. We're making it. It's happening right now. It's happening. Thank you.
Rockin' Joel.
All right, so this is you doing Michael Jackson. I want to ask you, this is so cool. It's another thing where
I'll say that I love the beginning of this. I'm very proud. The dancing was kind of determined on the moment. It could have been better.
Could have been? Okay, let's see. We'll be the judge of that. No, this is cool. I've already seen it, so. So you've got a loop pedal there,
I got
right?
the drum still.
You do? The same drum?
Yes.
Yeah. There it is.
Same bass drum.
That's it right there. So cool. What is that? Like a ukulele or a bass?
Yep, it's a ukulele with an octave pedal.
With an octave what?
Octave pedal.
Oh, because it's plugged into something.
And it makes it sound an octave lower.
So it's plugged into a pedal, and the pedal makes it an octave lower.
Yep.
I love that. Oh, there you go. I like the way you have the video for Russians.
That was neat.
Yeah, and you nail it too. Then you did it. Did you? Well, I guess you could count it out. So, but you really do exactly what the video is doing.
Yeah, but see, what happened was I decided to do this dance just in the middle of recording.
Really?
And then later I was like, I think I remember the Thriller dance, so I'll do the Thriller dance. And then later I decided it might be kind of cool to add Michael Jackson with me. So I didn't actually review the dance first or anything. So this is just from memory, going off of memory.
And
there's a couple of places where I turned the wrong way, and a couple of moves that just don't seem exactly right to me.
Oh my God.
And if I had just taken 10 minutes to review the video, then there's a couple of areas where my pose could have been more clean or more like Michael Jackson. Like here, I turned the wrong direction. But it's okay.
It's pretty damn good. So this is the thing about it is that's, I guess, a perfect example of how you're just having fun, but it's so dead on. How do you practice? Do you practice a lot or do you?
It depends. My practice has always been rather sporadic. I'll have some inspiration and some dedication, and I'll go maybe a week, 2, sometimes up to a month or 2, where I'm really dedicated and focused practicing consistently. Maybe if it's marimba, sometimes it's been an average of 2 to 3 hours per day. On drum set for the summer, my first summer after college, when I decided that I sucked and I really need to get better, I was practicing 4 to 6 hours every single day for about 2 months, and I kept that up. And when you have focused practice and you know how to practice, you can excel so much from that kind of time. In 2 months, you can go from beginner to basically good enough to play professionally paying gigs if you know how to practice.
Can you tell us how to practice?
Yeah, you have to spend the time on things that you can't already do.
Okay.
And then give yourselves really, really clear, simple goals. So for example, if I want to play this chord progression, here's a chord progression I just figured out the other day that I like. Let me switch to a piano. I love this progression. I was working with my students on just altered dominant chords. So we did this progression there. And then I was like, well, what could we do with this? We could take it to here. We just kind of found that just through discovery. If I wanted to take that and play it in every key, there's 12 keys total that I would have to transpose that to. It would take a while. I can't do it right now, but I know I can't do it but maybe I can just do one key right now. Maybe I could say, how many keys can I do in 15 minutes? I'm going to put a timer on for 15 minutes, give myself a clear goal of going to get maybe at this tempo. How fast is this? Like 84 beats per minute or something like that. Mm-hmm. And then I would try it once. I give myself a goal of 5 times in a row with no mistakes. That's the number I have for myself. Because I find if you can do it 5 times in a row with no mistakes, you really know it.
I really like
and
that.
And sometimes you may get 3 and you still can make mistakes. But if you get 5, you have to really know what you're doing. And you're going to discover all those weird things that your body's doing. And then after a few minutes, you have it done. And you're just like, okay, next key, move on.
Do you ever practice just transitions? Like if you're having a hard time from one chord to another chord, do you practice just doing that over and over and over? And that would be until you do it 5 times and it's all of a sudden it becomes easy. Ben McKnight says, oral. I don't know what it means. Maybe it has something to do with
paradiddle. Right, left, right, left, right, left.
What does it mean? Is this a musician thing?
Paradiddle. Yeah, so diddles, this is a drum rudiment. Diddles are just a double stroke with one hand. So you take your stick and play two sounds. Ta-ta. So it's a diddle. So you do a right. It's like one stroke, but you're getting 2 sounds, 2 hits.
Oh, okay.
So those are diddles. You can do diddles back and forth.
You play the drums as well?
Yeah, I'm a percussionist. That's my main instrument. But a paradiddle, it's kind of a diddle. So you do some singles and then you do the diddle.
Do you...
Ben McKnight, that's hilarious. Is Ben McKnight a percussionist?
He is. He's a musician. Yeah, for sure.
Nice.
His actual name is Ben Gurvich. He's in Australia.
What?
All the way from Australia. And he gave me the thumbs up on that one. Todd Lee says, have you ever tried out for America's Got Talent or any show like that? Aaron?
I mean, sort of. Like I've auditioned twice.
Yeah.
And they were both just kind of weird. One was with a tap dance company that I was with, and they were auditioning.
Yeah.
And I was auditioning as part of a group. Mm-hmm. And it was okay, but there's very specific things that AGT wants. And it may not be up to you or it may not depend on how good you are, whether or not you get in, if that makes sense. Yeah. Because it's a show. It's not just reality TV. It's also a television show, and they're trying to produce something. The other time I auditioned, someone wanted me to audition just based on the things that they seen me do. Mm-hmm. But I didn't really know what I wanted to do or how to present something for a show like AGT. So I think I went in with my loop station and ukulele and did something. And it was okay, but it was kind of rushed. I didn't have much time. I didn't really put that much effort into it. So it probably could have been better if I'd really had time to think about what would really work best for that type of show. But that type of show is so different from what I do. I mean, like something like this video that you just played, I don't think that would ever work for AGT because it's too slow paced. It's me doing a little egg shaker and building up a loop, and it takes a long time to build. But if you just sit and watch it, you get to see all of these layers slowly add up time. It's like, whoa, okay, this is really cool. But I don't think it would work for a fast paced show like AGT.
So you'd have to come up with some, as a comedian, we always are like, oh, for shows like that, you have to come up with your tight 5. Which is just like a 5-minute routine that will kill every time. And so,
like Mario and Marimba could be one of my type 5 for sure.
Definitely. I wanted to ask you about this, and this is weird, but I'm interested. Oh, look, we got the applause again. Yay, Aaron Gruth.
Thanks, everybody.
You also work with, clearly, the Super Mario Brothers theme, and you also work in Minecraft making music. What's the connection between video games and music?
And music?
Yeah.
Well, I follow on, you may remember this. Do you remember, this is way back in the early days of the internet, an internet website called eBaum's World?
No, I don't remember that. Shoot.
Okay, it was one of the first viral video websites before YouTube was even a thing.
Yeah.
And there was this video that went viral on eBaum's World where these stick figures are inside of this guy's computer and they come alive, and they start doing crazy things like tearing up his computer program.
I remember that.
Fighting with the mouse.
Yeah,
you remember that?
Of course.
Okay, so that guy later on, years later, he has a YouTube channel now, and he's put all of those videos on YouTube, and he's growing his YouTube, and now he has more stick figures, and now they're getting into all these kind of shenanigans. And then they discover Minecraft inside of his computer, and they start playing Minecraft. Like, it's incredible what he's done.
The stick figures are playing Minecraft.
The stick figures are playing Minecraft in his computer. They just pick up the little Minecraft icon and start placing blocks or doing whatever they do. And on his Patreon page, he said that you could vote to say what the next thing they would discover would be. And note blocks was one of the choices. And I said, "Oh, if they do note blocks, let me know because I love music. I'm a composer, and this sounds like a lot of fun." So we ended up connecting that way, just through his Patreon page. And when he did the note block episode, he said, "Hey, well, thanks for sending me a message. Can I hear some of your work?" And then we just started talking. And eventually I made the music for his animation film, When the Stick Figures Discover Minecraft Note Blocks. And I didn't really know Minecraft at the time.
You did.
So I started playing Minecraft to see how do you make music inside of Minecraft.
Let me see if I can explain it. There are these blocks. There are something about red something.
Redstone.
Redstone,
yes.
Right?
Which is basically just electricity wires.
So there's you hook up this redstone electricity to this block, and it makes a sound, right?
Yep. You got a block.
Yeah.
Place it down.
Yeah.
You can trigger it with electricity, or redstone is like electricity in Minecraft. So you connect it redstone, turn on a circuit, and boom, the block activates. If it's a note block, it makes a sound.
And
you can trigger.
Is it just one note that it makes?
Yep, just one note per note block. So you have to use tons of note blocks to get sound. And I have to admit, there's no way in the world I was gonna make all of this music building note blocks in Minecraft. So I just took that note block sound and sampled it and then put it in my keyboard.
Oh, that's cool.
It's like, okay, now I can just compose with my keyboard and my regular audio program. And then I was done with Minecraft. I just made sure I knew the rules of redstone so that my timings and everything were really realistic to Minecraft.
And people build like a building out of these blocks, hook up the redstone to it, and then it plays a song. But through the physical building, right?
Yeah, it's incredible what you can do in that game.
Pretty incredible.
It's kind of in fact, I think I have, because I have this keyboard, then I have this one set. Yeah, so these are note block sounds. Crazy. That's all the note block sounds. That's the xylophone plus the glockenspiel plus the harp sound all mixed together. And that's one of the sounds that I used when I made the music for Alan Becker, that animator. This is the flute note box sound. It's super basic, but it's also very,
cool.
Very niche.
It's very video game sounding for sure. Maybe Super Mario Brothers kind of set the stage for that kind of music. Camila Lopez says, "Aaron, do you have an edited demo reel with little bits of all the things you do? That would help you get an agent. Maybe you have an agent already. Would you like help with that?"
Well, I have an agent through my work with Broncar. We have an agent with Collision of Rhythm.
Yeah. And they book your go ahead. You
Good question. Maybe I should get one.
Yeah, it's somebody good that would know how to showcase what you do. It's incredible. Aaron's explanation is much better than mine.
I think it was the team. I think it was the team explanation.
I just thought I'd give it a whirl.
That was awesome, Joe. That was awesome.
Thanks. All right, so I want to look at one other thing here before we move on, but because the show is almost over, unfortunately. But the
what? We just started.
I know. Can you believe it? This is
Snubby
a thing where the guys play pipes. I've seen it. Maybe street performers. You guys are both playing this. This guy's name is Snubby J. Maybe
right. And Snubby J built that instrument himself.
He did. Oh my god.
Yep.
See, and again, both of these guys are having a blast, and they look like it's super easy what they're doing, which it's not. It's for them, because they practiced.
Wow, that sounds cool.
It sounds good, doesn't it?
It's weird watching it from somebody else's screen.
Yeah. Do you ever go back and look at your work later on and appreciate it more?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, one of my main objectives with my YouTube channel and everything that I do is I want to make music that I love. Like if I'm intrigued and I'm having fun, then I'm sure other people will be intrigued and have fun too. So I try to make music that impresses myself or that makes me feel happy or fulfilled. And that's my number one rule for everything that I do. So
I think it's a good rule because if you're not having fun, nobody else is going to have fun. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And I try to keep a hold of that feeling when the first time I heard, for example, the Chick Corea Electric Band or Miles Davis with Herbie Hancock and Tony Williams and John Coltrane. The first time I heard those groups, I didn't feel like I was listening to music. There was just something that I didn't know what it was. It was just amazing. I didn't understand it. It was mysterious. Like, what is this? Like kind of that childlike curiosity.
Yeah.
And now I understand what I hear when I hear those things. But back then, it just felt like new and fresh. So I'm always seeking that kind of new, fresh, curious, mysterious feeling in the music. Like there's something happening there that's so cool. I can't really describe it, but I'm trying to find that feeling, constantly searching for that feeling again.
I like that. Ganel asks if you can play a hummingbird song. We have a cult. It's called the Cult of the Hummingbird. The show. People who watch the show, they're in the Cult of the Hummingbird, which is a cult in the good sense, where we just are a group of people that like to lift each other up and like to help each other out and like to keep each other sane. I guess that's kind of the whole thing. So we wondered if you could play a hummingbird song.
Are there specific hummingbird songs already composed?
No, I think maybe you just imagine a hummingbird and play a song. I think that's basically it.
Should it have lyrics or should it just be music?
It's up to you. Whatever you want to do. It's just a request, a random request from our vast chat room.
Why not?
Why not?
I've got some music here.
A little bigger.
This would be fun. We're gonna actually make some music live.
Yeah, and I'm gonna put you on this.
Do it live.
Like, yeah, do it live.
Let's see. Let's get up. Yeah, I think the piano would be nice for hummingbird.
We are the hummingbirds. We are the hummingbirds. We are the hummingbirds. We are the hummingbirds. We lift each other up. Are the hummingbirds. We lift each other up. We are the hummingbirds. We lift each other up. We are the hummingbirds. We lift each other up.
Whoa. Oh, that was incredible.
Hummingbird music.
Oh my God. So, okay. That was, I mean,
that was fun.
I can applaud. Or maybe I can applaud through the magic.
Oh, it's okay. I feel the love.
Okay, good.
I don't need to applaud. We are the hummingbirds. We're lifting each other up.
There we go.
That wasn't.
That's right. Ganel says, oh my God. Thank you. Oh, that was so great. That was so great. Yeah, everybody loved that. Thanks for doing that. That was so cool.
Yeah, making music. Yeah, that's so much fun.
All right, so now since we're sharing, we're gonna move on to the dance party here, and I'm gonna share
dance
with you
party.
I was influenced by you with your incredible talent, and I thought, well, I'll try and do something in that vein, and so. Here we go. We're going to move on. So this is a thing called the dance party. I'm going to just go transition, and then we're going to go into that. So this is the end of the show. Welcome to the end of the show. This is called Dance Break, Dance Party. I don't know what it's called. Matt Wright says, incredible, a peak lunch therapy moment. It really was. I think so. But no, this is only the beginning of lunch therapy. We're not even close to a peak yet. We're really up in the game. I think we're up in the game here. And also, Matt Wright is a musician as well. He's in the band Gas Huffer, which is a incredible, I would say, I'm not going to say grunge, but I'm going to say grunge. During the grunge era of this was a very, very popular kind of, I'm going to say kind of more punk-based, but maybe Matt could describe himself better. He doesn't need to because he's a legend. So we had a lot of musicians in the room today. Kamala says, that was amazing. Matt says, ending the year in the best way possible. This is the last show of the year.
Wow. Well, congratulations, Joe.
Thanks. Episode, I don't know, 193.
What?
Yeah, this is 193, yeah.
It's incredible.
Kamala's always trying to help people, and she wants to help you get an edited reel.
Is Kamala an editor?
She is an editor. She's a filmmaker.
Let's connect.
Yeah? Okay. We'll
Thanks so much, Joe. Thanks, Kamala.
Matt says, yes, you got to ask Aaron if you can use that as the official Cult of the Hummingbirds theme. Can we use that as the official Cult of the Hummingbirds?
If you think it's worthy, absolutely. And I can make a version that's a little cleaner.
Oh, man, I love that. Yeah. This was super fun. I have to thank you for being on the show. I apologize in advance for my video that I'm going to play at the end here. We're going to be in little boxes. I'll be in a bunch of different boxes. It's been.
And I want to say thank you as well. Thank you to you and your fans. Right. And shout out to Kenji.
Shout out to Kenji for bringing us together. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a great interview with Kenji from last week. And thanks, Aaron. Yeah.
Thank you.
So,
is it Nail? Is that how you say it?
Gnell. Well, I don't know how to
Gnell.
say it. Neil. Neil. Something. I don't know.
Maybe
it changes all the time.
Grenade.
All right, so we're moving on. That was incredible. Now you're going to see something incredible, and we're going to be in little. It's going to be hard to tell where we are, but I'll be on the left side, and you'll be on the right side. Here we go, dance break.
Okay, and I'm gonna follow along and see what happens.
Yeah.
Oh.
Wind Cries Mary. I'm in the middle too, but I'm over here.
After all the jacks are in their boxes, and the clowns have all
the classic Jimi Hendrix song, fellow Seattleite.
You can still hear happiness staggering on down the street.
You can see my Seahawks computer behind me.
Dressed in red, and the wind whispers merry.
Nice. Nice, isn't it? I mean, I didn't know how people do this stuff. So what I did is I write one track, and then I followed that one. I just played that video.
The broken piece of yesterday.
Is that how you do it?
Yeah, this is incredible.
Thanks.
Somewhere.
And it's in time, and it's in sync, and you're together.
Yeah. I mean, I did this yesterday. I'm inspired by you, obviously.
I feel honored.
And the wind cries.
I think I figured out my lyrics. I wonder if I
It's hard to play on the internet, I think, but give it a whirl.
The traffic lights, they turn to tomorrow.
There's going to be a solo, too.
And shine emptiness down on my bed. A tiny island sad.
Is that together?
It actually was, but it's hard to hear. I don't know, maybe it's
alive.
Oh, okay.
He's dead.
It's hard to play a count early.
Yeah. Impossible. If anyone can do it, you could. Here's the solo coming up. It's a little bumpy.
Yeah. What? Yo, you can solo on guitar?
Oh, yes. And Hendrix, no less. Yeah. Anyway, that's the Wind Cries Mary. There's one more verse, we'll just play it out. Why not? Jimmy went to Garfield.
Will the wind ever remember
Seattle, that's right.
the names it has blown in the past? With his crutch, its old age and its wisdom.
All right, thanks, Aaron, for being on the show. It really was.
Thanks again for having me.
Really up the game.
And the wind.
All right, and everybody subscribe to his channel. Check him out. Check out his live show. And we will see you on Friday for more lunch therapy.